Oh man, chat. My Chatonians. I'm telling y'all right now. I'm gonna need a lot of things to go my way today for this stream to last. Just letting that be known. Just letting that be known. I'm already on edge. Today's been not the greatest of days. This game has already put me over the top, and we haven't even played yet. But, anywho, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome to the stream. Oh, the chair out of the shot here. This game's already got me on edge, man. Already. Haven't even started out on the track, and I'm already over it. God. But anyway, you guys, welcome. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope y'all are staying safe. And hope you're having a good time, man. I have not played this game. Like, I actually sat down and played this game, or even done the My Team mode, in quite some time. It's been a long time. I mean, I don't know, if you go on my channel and go back through the VODs, I mean, that'll tell you how long it's been, really. I think August, September, something like that. It has been a long time since I played this game. And funny enough, man, we were doing the series. Like, we had this. We're doing the My Team mode, which is what we're doing now. That's what we're going to be doing today. But then we were also doing the driver career, right? And it's where I was broadcasting my own career, which I was actually having fun with that. I thought that was kind of cool. And I do want to do that. It's just that this game is so just in massive shambles. I just haven't had the energy to even want to play this game. So here we are. Here we are, man. It's been months. Been a long time. Everything I see about this game is that nothing's changed. So why we're here, I don't know. But the F1 games, man, they've always been one of my favorite games to play. I've always loved playing them. And again, not even just racing games. Like, again, one of my favorite games, period. Right? The career mode has always been a great experience. You know, the whole F1 presentation. F1's always been a fan favorite of mine. You know, it's like everything's there, right? And here we are. You know what I mean? You get the experience that F1 22 has given you, and I think we all knew going into this game, with the acquisition that was made a couple of years ago, EA buying Codemasters. This was the first EA F1 title since the acquisition. And I mean, technically 21 was released under the EA umbrella, but EA, the game was already done at that point. They didn't have any input on it or anything like that. And here we are with this, right? F1 Life was the big, right? That was the big thing for this game. And I would look at how horrible of an experience that is, because it's pointless. Yet that was the big addition to the game, right? These new cars, man, they're so slidey sometimes, man. There are times where you're driving this car and the back end just randomly loses grip. You know, the car just randomly loses grip. You don't feel it at all. You added VR support, great. I've been wanting that for quite some time, for years now. A lot of people did. And boy, is it horrible. Trying to play VR for this game, it's so bad. It's unplayable. And I figured, and I think the last time I played it, I figured out why it's so bad. The reason why the VR is so bad for this game is because first off, the head tracking it doesn't work. Like it's not proper, and I mean that's obviously a key part of VR, right? But the other thing too is that the fact that a lot of VR games will have, especially racing games, will have like camera shakiness, right? Especially like when you hit bumps and stuff like that, right? To add to the realism, which is cool. You know, I got nothing against that. This game tied that in with, somehow coded that in with the force feedback that you have set in the game. So if you're playing on a wheel, which if you're playing VR, you should be playing on a wheel. Really, if you're playing a racing game, you should be playing on a wheel. It's just a better experience. But if you're playing on a wheel, and if you're like me and you want to be able to feel when the back end of the car slides and stuff like that, you have your force feedback settings turned up. And because of that, what ends up happening is if you have your force feedback settings higher, it'll literally cause the camera to just shake all the time, like literally all the time. And it's so unplayable, man. Like you can't see your braking points. You can't really tell what's going on around you, especially at like some of the more like the bumpier tracks. Like what's a good one? What's it called? Bullring, right? Like that main straight is so bumpy, and so is like other various parts of the track, and it just makes it impossible. But what's up, David? It's a good name. It's my name. I have a question for you on F1 22 leagues. I feel more nervous than ever. What's the question? I'd be happy to answer. But yeah, so the VR is just unplayable. It's just so many aspects about this game, right? You had the AI like straight line speed early on that was just horrible, right? Like it was so difficult to try to keep up with AI because of how quick they were. But what's the best thing to stop being nervous during races? Honestly, man, practice. I mean, that's really just what it comes down to. Because typically what causes nerves in video games, whether it be racing, whether it be FPS, right? Anything anything that has competition in it. Hell, not even just video games, just generally speaking, right? Anything that has that level of competition or that competition element to it, it's good to be nervous, right? Because that means you care, right? It means you want to be better and improve yourself, right? Scared of being in a good tier 2. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Like, I'm somebody, I play iRacing. I don't play it enough. I actually kind of want to get back into it more. And I'm actually pretty decent at it. Like oval racing, B license, almost A license. If I played it more, I probably would be A, maybe even, I think there's an S tier for that, right? I probably could get to that if I played it consistently, kept playing it. But that's the beauty of it, right? Because you see your results, and it's all based off of practice, right? The more and more you practice, the better you get. Not the fastest, more in the middle of the pack. I was the same way. For the longest time. And truthfully, it varies from game to game. Like, I'm not as quick on this year's F1 game as I was in past F1 games. Like, F1 2019 and F1 2020 were probably my two best performing F1 games I ever had. Probably because they were two of the better F1 games they've ever made. But yeah, I mean, I'm definitely nowhere near as quick in this game as I was in previous games, and that's going to happen. You know what I mean? As new engines are made or new handling models and things like that. But yeah, man, it just comes down to practice. You know what I mean? That's how you get better. And the better you get, the more those nerves kind of go away. Because you instill more confidence in yourself at that point. the thing that always worked best for me, honestly, in terms of trying to get better and improve, was I would always start slow, right? Like do a couple warm-up laps, you know what I mean? And then as you start to find that rhythm and find that feeling, you know, then push yourself a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and then eventually you're gonna reach that point to where you know where your what's the word, not breaking point, but you know where the max level is for that car, and you know how much you can push yourself. That's the biggest thing, you know what I mean? That's really just kind of what it comes down to at the end of the day. In any form of racing, whether if it's F1, if it's, you know, iRacing, if it's, you know, ACC, whatever the case may be. Truthfully, man, that's honestly what it comes down to at the end of the day. But wonder what F123 will be like. Same. Same. Here's what I'm gonna tell you, right? I rambled for a little bit just about all the problems with this game, right? F123 is going to need to deliver. It has to. It has to. They've lost out on so much of their player base because of this game, in the state that they've kept it in, and how little they've done to actually make it better, and fix various bugs and things like that. I mean, they got to do something, right? So at the end of the day, man, they got to deliver. They got to deliver. If they don't, I mean, there goes probably a good majority of their player base for quite some time. And that's the other nice thing too, especially if you play on PC. There's alternatives to this if you still want to get that F1 itch, you know, and kind of fulfill that a little bit, with stuff like Automobilista 2, which isn't the greatest for it, but it has it at least. You know, Set of Course is probably the best option in terms of like all the mod support and stuff like that. R Factor 2 is actually not too bad either, even with some of the recent things that they've had some issues with. But yeah, no. They gotta deliver, man. They gotta deliver. I mean, we'll probably gonna see a story mode, right? It seems like that's the pattern, is that every other year is where we get the story mode now, because it is two different dev teams that are doing this too. So we'll see. Hopefully we just get, all in all, man, I just want a game that works at launch, that isn't a giant mess with bugs. Actually, if it has bugs, just fix it immediately, kind of deal. I hope. Hopefully better VR optimization. I want that to be really good too, because I almost exclusively play racing games in VR, but with this I can't. It's just that bad. But the Logitech G920. Funny enough, I started with what was the other one? G29, right? Like that was the PlayStation version. That was always my go-to wheel for a long time, and ever since getting the Fan Attack, I love it. It's incredible. I actually switched. Funny enough, I got GT7 for my PlayStation. This doesn't work on my PlayStation, so I pulled out the G29 for like a day because then it broke on me. But having to go backwards, man, kind of rough, not gonna lie. But it's a solid wheel for the price. Although in today's world, typically you get like the Fan Attack package for similar cost, and all in all, a little bit better of an experience. But better safety car too, yeah. Better everything, right? Like I mean, I don't think there's actually a positive thing you could say about F122. I really don't. The My Team mode is no different, right? Just everything, man. There's just so much wrong with this game. I would like to see an improvement at some point. At some point, man, it'd be cool. It'd be nice, but it ain't happening. Especially thinking how far along we are now in the cycle. But in some folks, it's a solid wheel. It's a solid one. I have the what is this one? This is the CSL Elite wheelbase. I'm probably gonna pick up the direct drive wheelbase soon. Although last I checked, it was sold out. So maybe not. And then I got the Formula Elite wheel. You guys will see it in a minute if you haven't seen it before. The actual wheel itself. And then I got the I don't remember the name of the pedals, but it's the inverted ones that they offer that have like the vibration feedback and stuff. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Do you stream open lobbies? Truthfully, man, I don't even think I've played online once in this game. Truthfully. That's a lie. I played it with a couple buddies once, just off stream. But it's something that I've always kind of wanted to do. And I thought about doing it with last year's game. Actually, I think I did do it with last year's game for a little bit. Every so often. I don't know, man. If today's stream goes well, and I continue to want to play this game, maybe, who knows? Because like I said, I kind of want to get back into iRacing. So I think that might become more of my focus for racing content for a little bit. I was just really in the mood to play F1 today. I don't know why. Something was just telling me, let's try to play some F1. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. But anywho, let's jump into this. Oh. All right, so just a recap, because again, it has been quite some time since we've actually sat down and played F1. So just a bit of a recap here, right? So we're still in the first season. We are heading into Gilles Villeneuve, one of my favorite tracks in this game, one of my favorite F1 tracks, period. Absolutely love this track. Typically tend to be some of my better results, especially in like the early, seasons of like the My Team mode or even the driver career mode when you're trying to build up the car and stuff. But very excited about that. This car has been not so great to us so far. We've definitely kind of struggled a little bit on the R&D side of things. We've had a lot of issues. We've had a lot of failed upgrades happen to us throughout the early portion of the season, so it's kind of made us fall behind with R&D development. We do have a couple upgrades in progress, one of them being a major powertrain upgrade, which will be a big help, because that's kind of, I feel like, where we struggle a little bit is with the overall straight line speed of the car, especially with, again, how crazy the AI can be, and then as well as two minor upgrades happening for us as well. But you can see, I mean, you look at the rest of the teams, how they've done in terms of their their R&D, and obviously have made a lot more progress than we have throughout the year. Our results don't help that, though. You look at the past 4 races for us, hasn't been great. Just trying to think back through, because again, it's been quite some time. So just trying to think back through. If I remember correctly, I think at Miami, which was round 5, I think we had a mechanical failure, if I remember correctly. Like, I think we were actually running kind of decent in that race. But I think we had a mechanical failure, and that's what ended that race for us. If it wasn't that, we might have just crashed out. Honestly, I don't quite remember. Spain, that was just good strategy to get us into the points. Honestly, if not for the strategy, we had a very, very slow car. That was a rough race for us. It was just strategy that kind of that got us to where we were. Monaco, that one we crashed out. I remember that very well. That was not a good race for us. And Baku, I think we retried Baku like 4 times. The AI were just so chaotic as they are in this game, and just nothing went our way. So eventually I said fuck it and I gave up. Pardon my language, but I just kind of said I'm over it, I'm done, and that's kind of how that went. And that was the last time I played. I haven't touched the game since. So, but again, here we are. We're going into Canada. Again, the car is not great in terms of overall performance. We'll see what happens. We have a couple sponsor deals here. Team Acclaim is at 9, so we're pretty close to getting that extra secondary sponsor, which is nice. We're getting pretty close to the contract renewal. Taylor Porcher, he hasn't done a ton for us this year. Granted, again, not really necessarily his fault. The car just hasn't. The car's just not there. Yeah, we're just not there yet. His market value has gone up though. So it'd be, I think, a little bit. Or actually, has it? No. It stayed the same. I lied. But anywho, we're probably just gonna re-sign him. I'm probably not gonna look to try to get anybody new to come in until the end of the season. We'll stick it out with him, see what he does. Hopefully, maybe he has this massive growth in the second half of the year, and we kind of go from there. It's the driver market, it's finances. We've had some moments where we've had a decent amount of cash. We've obviously spent a lot of it to get upgrades for our facilities and stuff of that nature. And here we are in the standings, right? So we had a couple of really strong results early in the year. So we're currently sitting P9, P6 in the constructors, with Alpine kind of being that next closest, rival, we'll say. So that's kind of the goal, is to aim for P5. I would love P4 in the constructors. I don't necessarily see that happening. I just don't think we have the car for it. But we're coming up on a stretch of races where I feel pretty confident. This middle chunk of the season, I love these tracks. I mean, Canada again is one of my favorites. Silverstone I really enjoy. It's not one of my favorites, but I still enjoy it. Red Bull Ring is also just a fun track to drive, very easy to drive. Paul Ricard, not necessarily the easiest to drive, but I do tend to perform well there. Hungaroring is another one of my favorites. Spa, I can be very iffy with. Zandvoort, I love driving at Zandvoort. And then, Monza, again, who doesn't love Monza, right? So we'll see what happens. And again, we got a really good chunk of tracks here to really see if we can try to make up for, some of these poor finishes and make up for the 3 DNFs I have on the year already. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Before we jump into it, though, I got some clothes in the wash, so I'm probably gonna what's it called? Words. Oh, I gotta go switch them over to the dryer. But then when we come back, we get started and we'll jump right in. Just give me 1 sec. Okay. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Oh. All right. Yeah, by the way, I'm wearing jeans on stream today. I've never done that. It's so weird. Just walk around the house in jeans. These are actually really comfortable, though. And again, I'm doing laundry, so kind of all I got right now. But Sim Racer in jeans. That'll be interesting. But again, let's jump in, man. I haven't. I did a couple laps, just a couple test laps. But that's it. I haven't really messed around much, and not in this car at all. Okay. Some messages. Oh, we had a development clip. I think that's a major upgrade too. Hell yeah, we love that. Looks like we're gonna have some rain to start the race, so that's good. There's an issue. Super unfortunate. Oh, is that how Baku went for me? Ah. Okay. Okay. Oh, you know what? I do remember that. I do remember that. I mean, we were struggling in that race anyways, but then, yeah, that's how it went down. I actually do remember that now. Okay. I do remember that. Again, it's been a minute, man. It's been quite some time. So. Okay. Okay. I think that'll probably be the end. Yeah. Looks like it. Yeah, not enough time. Alright. Decent practice session. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see how we do. Hell yeah. Love that. We love that. Oh, you whore. Do I got time? Nope. Alright. Let's hope for a good FP3. We'll go from there, man. Bam, 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 bam. Perfect. We love that. We love that. Hell yeah. Alright. Cool. On to qualifying. See what happens. See how we do. Oh, by the way, chat. For those of you that are, subs to the channel and come here regularly and stuff, I don't know if you guys noticed, I like scheduled the start of my stream rather than like just going live. I'm gonna start doing that regularly. Just because like my streams are so chaotic as far as like when I stream. Like I don't have a set schedule with my streams. So like, again, if you're subbed and you got the bell rung and all that fun stuff, all the YouTube stuff, You know, I mean, that at least kind of gives you the opportunity to see when I'm going to be going live, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna try it. See. Oh, hi there, bud. How are you, Rented? How's it going? All right. We got a lot of R&D. Do we want to spend some of it now? Let's see. I don't know why I'm looking at durability. Who invests in durability upgrades? Come on now. I feel like. Let's say I feel like I either want to do. Let's do this. Let's do the major chassis upgrade if I can. Do I? Okay, I can. Won't come in until after. What's that? The Red Bull ring? Yeah. That's okay. We're okay with that. And we still have a little bit. Saw some of these are discounted. Maybe we do that. Can't afford that. Can't afford that. Barely can't afford that. Damn. Alright, so maybe we'll do this power upgrade. Get it in there while we got the discount. And then, I don't know, maybe after the race, if we get enough R&D, we can, put that towards the arrow. Or even maybe after quali. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. Bam, 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 bam. I like my helmet design. It's kind of cool. Alright. There we go. I do want to increase top speed, even though it's going to rain at the beginning of the race. I still want that top speed because I feel like it's going to rain for like the first like 20 laps, and then we'll be fine. And yeah, let's head out to the track.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
Normally I would just do a flying lap, but again, I want to, you know, try to find that rhythm again. You know what I mean? It's been a minute. It's been quite some time. So, see how we do. Alright, first lap, let's see how we do. Again, I'm not expecting much. Not with this car, for sure. Not a great start. Ah, brake way too late. Horrible start to the lap. That's corner cut. Just all bad, chat. A little squirrely. How do we do? Not great. Not great. That was a pretty bad lap. That was pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The back of my foot kind of got caught on my pants too. Whole jeans thing might be a problem. We'll see. See how it goes. All right. Fast forward a little bit. All right, so everybody's put in a lap. Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, 1P2, Mercedes, 3P4. And we are dead last. Over half a second off the pace. Shit. All right. Again, it was a bad lap. It was a very bad lap. Like, we lost so much time in that first sector. Even the second sector, back end got a little squirrely on me. So, going into the hairpin, even that wasn't really all that great. So, some issues, you know, some issues all around. But we're getting there. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. Okay. What do I want to do? I want to use up a set of tires. Yeah, might as well. Might as well. Advance time a little bit. Alright. Go back out. See if we can improve. I feel like we can. I definitely feel like we can. What are you doing? What are you doing, Haas? Okay. I got a little nervous there. Also a corner cut. Yep, there we go. How's the stream right now, chat? We chilling? We doing okay? I got like the error message over there. We're not dropping frames. We're good. Bit rate's a little bit lower than normal. I can work with that. Chat, the moment that this starts dropping frames, I've had this issue for like 3 days in a row now. The moment that this starts dropping frames, probably just shutting the stream off. I'm just letting that be known. Just throwing it out there. Just so you guys know. But it looks like we're okay. Anybody that's watching, give me a thumbs up in the chat if we're good, if we're chilling. Get it again. Also a corner cut. Lost so much time again. We're not even gonna improve. I mean, we're gonna improve, but we're not even gonna get, you know, out of dead last. especially not when we're driving over curves. I braked way too late. All right, I'm gonna try to keep the flashbacks to a minimum. I promise.